Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
Greetings bushcrafters and survivalists, and welcome to 2026. Yes, we're back in the Storatorium for our first noodle review of the year. But before I get to that, I'd like to say thank you for all your support last year, most appreciated, and let's push forward this year and see what kind of adventures we can have together, because yes, I know I keep going about this new canoe. I am just that was the cook again. I'm just days away from getting the new canoe. I can't wait to do the big reveal on that, and then Tina and I have planned out some amazing adventures. And if you haven't checked out my canoe videos, or should I say our canoe videos, I do have a playlist. And the one thing I find with canoe videos in general, I like watching all you guys and girls canoe videos, they're great, but one of the downsides that I find with a lot of canoe videos on YouTube is they're great to watch, but they rarely actually tell you where to park your car, where to portage your canoe into the river safely, and all those sorts of really vital details, you know. But if you watch our videos, you'll see that we actually mark down the three words of exactly where you can go, where you can safely park, where you can portage your canoes, where the different portages down a certain route is. You can do all that, and we're going to continue to do that because it's very useful for you guys and girls out there to go out and plan your adventures for the day. Anyway, with that in mind, the water is starting to get up to boil now, and my leg's getting very hot because I've got my just off screen yes, my paraffin Aladdin heater, which is keeping the Storatorium nice and warm and cozy at last, because outside, you can just about see out the window there, it's a very dreek day, as I'd say in Scotland. Very dreek, which means it's basically gloomy, wet, rainy, and not very pleasant. Anyway, on with our first noodle review. Well, we're going back to basics. Now, I know these reviews, noodles in general, are not the most nutritious of things to be eating. Oh look, we're on a boil. Better get on with it. But we're going back to basics, and we're having a look at Pot Noodle, Lost the Pot. So I managed to track down at long last a pot noodle that doesn't have the pot. And it says add the noodles to 300 millilitres of boiling water. There we go, so let's do that. My water is boiling. Nice block of noodles, so can't complain. Yeah, pot noodle is a favourite with a lot of you guys and girls out there, but as I say, for me, I always find them annoying because of the fact that you've got that horrible plastic pot. And some of you out there were recommending that you can get the pot noodles without the pot. I'm just getting them down in there. Ouch. Nice. Right, how long have we got to do this? Right, it says I've got to simmer. Okay, let's turn this down then. I've got to add the flavour, and this one is Smokin' Barbecue. There you go. Smokin' Barbecue. Add that. Nice. I think we need to just bring that up a little bit. There we go. Right, timer. 3 minutes. Let's get on with it because it's already been in there. Go. Right, timer is on. Right. So let's let that do its thing. We shall be back shortly. Right, so I've made sure I keep stirring them while they're on the simmer, and timer is almost there. So as I was saying, noodles, packet noodles aren't the most nutritional things when you're out and about, but you know, us bushcrafters, survivalists, preppers, we always have noodles in our stores, and sometimes it's just nice to, you know, have a simple packet of noodles, and that's why I like taste testing them. Anyway, I've got a feeling the wise noodle owl is going to turn up any second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! First time in 2026 we get to hear the wise noodle owl. Right, let's whack these off. There we go, let's turn that one off. Right, they've been on there for 3 minutes simmering away. Okay, I've been stirring them so they're not stuck to my Crusader cup. Now, obviously we don't have a plastic cup this time, which is great. We've got smoky bacon flavour. So we've already got a plus for this particular pot noodle for the start of the year. There we go. Minimal rubbish. Minimal rubbish that can just go in my backpack, leave camp, get disposed of correctly when I get back home. Which is great, which is already a bonus for pot noodle. What I was going to say is thank you guys and girls for actually recommending some noodles. There's a particular chicken one, I'll have to just stick a photo up, bing, and I haven't managed to track that one down yet, but I will do, so I will be reviewing that one as along with other ones that you've been recommending. And I have actually got the barrel that I use to go canoe overnight tripping. Whee! Oh man, but not that kind of tripping. When I've got my barrel that goes in the canoe with all my gear in, that's got loads of noodles in at the moment, because over the Christmas festive period I kept getting, oh, I'll have one of those, I'll have one of those, I'll have one of those. So I've got quite a few already to get through. Anywhoozy, pot noodles. I can't remember, I haven't gone back, because I haven't gone back and looked at my previous review. I'll just do it honestly on the day. Let's have a look. So, price wise, I believe these were picked up for 50p, but generally I think the supermarkets you can get it between 50 and 80p for a packet of the Lost the Pot Noodles. Now this is meant to be smoky bacon. It's not a strong smell. It's not like when you open a packet of smoky bacon crisps or corn snacks or whatever, you get a blast of it. Right, good helping. That was a nice block of noodles. Oh, look at that, look at that. Wow, it keeps on coming. Right, so Buzz is happy because the noodles are long, they're not all broken up. And it does seem to have, not many, but the odd bit of dehydrated veg in there. But really, it's just like a token amount, I think. Anyway, let's go on. Let me scoff my way through these, and I'll give my review in a mo. Do you know, that wasn't bad at all. So, pot noodle, yes, the household brand name in the UK, pot noodle, along with super noodle. That actually wasn't bad. They tasted, they were flat noodles, thick noodles. They weren't slimy, really long. I think, you know, a good bellyful, but I think the only downside for me on this one is, let's have a quick look. I think it's the flavour. What does it say? It says SMOKIN barbecue flavour. Okay. Not, yeah, it's there, but it ain't really very, it's not that strong. It's kind of like, I could have done with a little bit more flavour, pot noodle people. So please, a little bit more flavour in there would have got you an extra point. But for a belly full of noodles, easy at camp, minimum rubbish, nothing, no residue in my cup that I need to quick swill out with a bit of water, job done. Yeah, not one. Sometimes we've had noodles which have coated the inside of my Crusader cup and caused me more hassle trying to like scrub it clean than you know what. No grit. And soup, well, in this particular, the instructions it said simmer and until the noodles in 3 minutes have absorbed all the water. Well, after 3 minutes they hadn't absorbed all the water. So, but I don't mind. I don't want to actually cook them to the point where the noodles are starting to stick to the side of the cup and then getting me that, like, oh my god, I've got to scrub my cup out again. But there was a little bit of soup, and you know I like the noodle soup as well. That's probably where the flavour was most. It was like, the noodles were sort of barbecuey, but most of the flavour was kept in the soup. And it was really nice. So, yeah, unexpected turn up for the books of that. Smoky barbecue, pot noodle. Price, 50p. Who's complaining about that? A good sized block of noodles. Flavour is okay. Could be better on my point. Minimum rubbish. I actually think I'm going to give you a 7. Yes, I think a 7 is well accrued. You're not knocking it out of the park on the flavour. Better flavour. Could have gone an 8, but not bad all round. So there you go. First noodle review of the year, and it's not a bad one. So I'm looking forward to doing more videos. We've got all sorts of things on the line, as I say, canoeing and overnight camps, etc, etc, and I'm really looking forward to doing all these things. So thank you for tuning in, and I look forward, my friends, to seeing you in the next one.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.